Turn.
Let's see how it goes. Quite right. Well, it's almost midnight. I must get to bed. Good night, Franny. Good night.
Are you all right, dear?
A little better, I think.
Listen and you can hear. Can you hear?
I only hear someone singing.
Well, that's her. That's the woman I'm gonna marry. I'm in her dressing room in New York, Ma. She's doing a show out front.
I thought you said she was a nurse.
She is.
Oh, maybe I'm too sleepy to understand. It's not the redhead you used to talk about, the Hughes girl.
Oh, Ma, this is La. You know, my landlady. You're gonna love her. I want you to get the whole family together. Come to Oakdale, okay?
Oh, a Christmas wedding would be nice.
No. We don't want to wait that long. Maybe a week or two at the most.
Casey Peretti. It's not a shotgun wedding, is it?
No, Ma, no. Oh, wait, listen, you can hear the applause.
Thank you very much. Tonight will be my last night here at the Bonsoir.
Can you hear that? Can you hear it?
Casey, I can't hear you too good.
I'm sorry, Ma, I'm sorry.
You sound a little crazy. You haven't been drinking, have you?
No. I'm just in love, you know? Listen, I'll be in touch with you. I'll let you know the date when we set it, okay?
Call me tomorrow when I'm awake. I'm happy for you, son.
Oh, thanks, Ma. Good night.
Hello, Mr. Peretti.
Oh, I just hung up on her.
What?
Oh, you mean you?
Yes.
This Mrs. Peretti.
Yes, I have to get used to the name.
Ooh, I promise you'll never regret it. Never.
Okay, Roy, let me know what you turn up. Yeah, especially about any snake named Stenback.
Sullivan, we want to come down here? I got a little something
I
for
thought
you.
we left you at the castle.
I decided to let the experts do the snake hunting. Roy's still there. By the way, I'm glad you talked Shannon out of the Halloween party.
Oh, can you imagine an 18th century Halloween party with Death Adders crawling out from underneath the furniture, especially with Shannon's propensity for certain disaster?
Really?
Yeah, Sullivan, this is for you.
Oh, what is it?
It's just your run-of-the-mill death adder.
Oh, a dead snake?
Believe me, it's better dead than alive.
Oh,
Take it over to the university, have the zoology department analyze it.
Right.
Oh, and when you get the report, check with all the major zoos in the country, see if they're missing anything cute like this, and see if you can find out where it came from and how it got to Castle McKechnie.
Right.
Thank you.
It's got to be Simon and Geraldine. It's their MO.
Unless it's exactly what James wants us to think.
Well, that could be.
Listen, give me a call at home if you guys turn anything up. Bye-bye.
Listen, Margot, you know, if Stenbeck is back in town, we better step up our surveillance on Barbara and Emily and Paul.
And Lucinda.
Oh, come on.
It adds
Margot.
up. It adds up. Lucinda's sudden change of heart about Craig, and that happened right after she started getting those mysterious phone calls that John told me about. And not only that, her theory that Craig was being held for ransom. Well, maybe it isn't just a theory. Maybe she has been paying all along to keep Craig alive, or thinks she has.
But paying who? Paying Stenbeck?
It's possible. Look, James needs money and leverage, and who better to go after than Lucinda? And he's probably using Craig to get it.
Listen, Margot, I know how much you want to see Craig alive.
Wait a minute.
But you
Just wait a minute. You're questioning my objectivity now. I'm not saying I believe that Craig is alive. I'm saying that James has told Lucinda he is. And Lucinda would do anything for Sierra and Bryant.
All right, but how do we get Lucinda to admit that?
Well, maybe I could appeal to her on a personal level.
Margot.
Yes.
Call on line 6.
No, thanks. Hughes.
Margot, hi, it's Dusty. Listen, I know it's too early to file a missing persons report before 24 hours, but Lily's missing. I wanted you to know that. She and Lucinda had a fight, and I need some help from you, please.
Well, Dusty, I don't know. I'll try.
Thank you. That's all I can ask.
Thank you for calling. Seems we've got some more things to talk to Lucinda about.
Excuse me
me, officer. I'd like to see Margot Hughes. I want to talk to her about Emily Stewart.
Grandma, shouldn't you be in bed?
Wow, that's a switch.
Aren't you sleepy?
No. And actually, I'm enjoying being here with you. Although I won't talk. I know you're studying.
Oh, not really.
Franny, I know it had to hurt seeing Seth bring Sabrina home tonight.
Yeah, but that's the way it's going to be. It's either that or go someplace where I don't see it. I have clinics in Boston and Houston that are doing wonderful work. Maybe I should focus on them for a while.
Oh, Franny, I know work is a great healer, but it grieves me to think of you being driven away from your own family.
Sabrina's family, too.
Oh, dear, we have love enough to go around. I know that doesn't help you much in your situation. I understand your dilemma. I just wish I knew how to help you resolve it.
Well, Sabrina and I are working on it.
You guys better start locking your doors at night.
Oh, Tom, you scared me half to death.
And I should have, Graham. What if it hadn't been me?
Well, I'm glad it is you.
I saw the lights on.
Oh, we had pineapple upside down cake for dinner tonight.
I hope you saved me a piece.
Being your favorite, of course, didn't I? You talk to Franny while I get it.
Okay. So how you doing, kid?
Okay.
Good.
Good news. Casey called. He and Lila are getting married.
Yeah, he tracked me down, too. Asked me to be the best man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Margot must be happy about the wedding. I mean.
Well, I don't know. I didn't bring it up. It's part of my new strategy. I'm gonna play it cool. Matter of fact, I wasn't even gonna mention it to you.
Why? I can still be happy about other people's weddings. See, I said it. We Hughes bounce right back. See?
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah.
Tom, why don't you move in here until you and Margot are back together?
Grandma likes having the whole family under the same roof.
I do indeed.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I kind of like it too, Graham.
No, I don't think it was a good idea that we called Margot. I mean, Lily's not the girl that she used to be. She knows that running away isn't going to solve any problems, and she wouldn't run away because of a little fight with Mother. She wouldn't. She's changed. And look, she forgave you for calling John from Wyoming. She's accepted Emma Snyder as her grandmother. She took money from her trust fund to pay back the debts on the Snyder farm. Look, she's even had a good conversation with the high five.
What are you talking about? I didn't know any of this.
Well, now you do. I really think that we have to have faith in these changes in Lily and believe that she will come home and she'll be fine.
Well, good. I wish I could have as much faith as you have, but...
Yeah. Well, it does get shaky sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm being dealt a little more than I can endure, like with these flowers. You know, I almost panicked. And then I remembered Bryant, and I got stronger instead.
What does that have to do with the flowers? What about the flowers?
Well, Craig sent me flowers just like these from Rome before his plane crashed. And I called the florist, and they said that a girl bought these. She paid with cash, and I don't know if it's a good thing or whether it's a really cruel trick.
Have you told the police about this?
No, no. But when Detective Hoyt calls and the other guy, I'll tell them then. The Mother thinks it's a good sign. It's a good omen. Lily doesn't have, I mean, she has keys, and so she...
Hi, Sheriff. Hey, Dusty, I was just down at the police station when you reported Lily missing. Is she in some sort of trouble? I want to help out.
Look, Rod, Lily has done a fine job taking care of herself these days. So if you really want to help...
I do.
Okay. Then you can give her a little space. Because she's going to come home when she's good and ready. All right?
Oh, Lucinda, I'm sure nothing's wrong with Lily. I'm sure she wouldn't do anything crazy. She's a big girl and she can take care of herself, you know.
Not this time. Hello, darling.
Hello.
I thought you had to go back to the hospital and...
Oh, don't be silly. You're far more important to me than the hospital. Come on.
Cheer up. Lily's gonna get through this. I know that.
Okay?
She'd be here.
Yeah.
If I hadn't done that, she would be here, and then she wouldn't be in jeopardy.
What jeopardy? Come on.
Hello. Ambrose, is that really you? Yes, fine, I'll tell her. Bye-bye. This thing is a family affair. I don't know. Why can't you talk
Darling,
to me
I
about
love
it?
you very much, but you can't help me.
Well, I'm glad you think that Ambrose can. He calls to tell me he's got a reservation. He's on his
Yes.
way home from California.
He's
He'll
coming
be here
home.
on the red eye.
Good.
Mrs. Dixon, Detective Munson and Detective Hughes are here to see you.
We had an unofficial report that Lily is missing, and we'd like to ask you some questions.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Ultra Pampers, the diaper with the lock-away core. Even when they're wet, they're dry. And by doctor-recommended natural fiber Metamucil. And you could be regular for the rest of your life. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Souvenirs for everybody in Oakdale.
Yeah.
Strap in.
Well, I can't. I don't have any place for this.
Well, give it to me.
All right. Just relax. You just taxi.
Well, it is the closest I've ever been to missing a flight. Wow, what if I'd have missed the last one?
Yeah, and just think, I would have been able to get this to miss that water.
Love will find a way. You're gonna give that to that old battle axe? I don't think she's gonna appreciate the sentiment.
That's why I chose it.
Well, I'm marrying a mean mama.
Don't you ever forget it. Were you able to get a hold of Margot to help pick us up at the airport?
Nope, but I got a hold of Tom. Yeah, I also asked him to be my best man.
Good. Now, if they can stand up for us, together, who knows?
Couldn't hurt.
And your mother said that she could come if,
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure that Oakdale is ready for the Paredes, though.
Everything really would have been perfect if...
Yeah, well, maybe he is. Sierra seems confident he's still alive. Come on, Lai, it's our turn. Everything's gonna go right for us from now on. I mean, nothing else can possibly go wrong.
Folks, this is your captain. We've just received some bad news from the tower. They've reported that a severe storm and heavy fog in the Chicago area has forced them to close the field temporarily. So we'll be on the runway here a little while. I'll let you know as soon as we have any further word.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Yeah, well, nothing major. I mean, this courtship started in a storm. Why shouldn't our marriage, right? Besides, we're equipped for a lengthy delay. Sit back and relax.
John.
I'll do it.
Thank you, dear. I think it would be better if I spoke to him alone.
I don't understand. I didn't think the police could do anything about a missing persons case for 24 hours.
It's not really to do with that. You know, this whole Craig business. I think it's important.
All right. Pam, the cops look hungry. Why don't we fix them a sandwich or something? Come on.
Okay.
And why don't I give you a hand in there, okay?
Okay.
Oh. Well, Margot, did you think it was necessary to clear the room?
I kind of wanted to talk to you, just you and me. More personal business than police business.
Look, Lily and I, there was a misunderstanding and the poor kid, she just ran off.
Lucinda, you and I have both made mistakes with James. And we both love Craig. Let me help you.
Wait a minute. What are you talking to me about? James and Craig. I thought you wanted to ask me questions about Lily.
Let's go back a few months, okay? Let's go back when you believed that Craig was dead, and then suddenly you changed your mind. You did a complete turnaround. You started getting mysterious phone calls in the middle of the night, and that made you want to hire a detective and renew the search for Craig, and you asked Sierra to keep the faith.
Why are you talking this nonsense to me at this hour of the night? This is really preposterous. I'm half out of my mind because my daughter is missing.
Is
and you
James bleeding
you're jumbling
you for
James,
Craig?
you're all at Craig, everything all in one pot. I don't know. Don't expect me to be rational, darling, if you can't be.
Lucinda, does James have Lily, too?
That's enough. Margot, that's enough. Oh.
to go.
Hell, I got a lot more than I bargained for. And I can't prove a thing. Now, I'm sure that James has Craig. And I think he's got Lily, too. But he's got everyone so paralyzed with fear. No one's gonna make a move against him.
Surprise. I just spoke to Mommy, and she's still in Los Angeles on her big talent search to find Holden Snyder's replacement. So we have the place all to ourselves, with no interruptions.
Yes, well, everything certainly is nice and cozy. But, Monica, we have an audience.
What do you mean? Oh, you're so funny. Oh, I love your sense of humor. I love everything about you. But not to worry. I called Shannon O'Hara, and she's coming to redecorate the entire place.
I told you that I didn't want anyone here until after tomorrow night.
All right, then I'll ask her to wait. But, why?
Well, so I can have every possible private minute with you.
James, if you really love me, I think it's about time you showed me and treated me like a real woman.
In front of the children?
They're asleep, but I'm not.
But how can I refuse? After tomorrow, we'll never be apart.
It's already tomorrow.
Who is it?
Come on, Danny.
Hi. Danny was lonesome for a swing, so I thought I'd bring her over and let her play for a while and fix you a good breakfast at the same time.
I'll keep an eye on Danny while Grandma cooks.
Well, I have already eaten, thank you very much. I'm gonna go get dressed. But is this true, young lady? Did you really come by here to play with your swings, or are you in cahoots with them to see if I'm okay? That's okay. I'm so glad to see you.
Oh, well, looks like we have been found out. I think Emily looks just fine. But she really did want to play with the swings. Come on, sweetheart.
Well, you have fun,
We're going to see Aunt Emily on her way out, okay? Come on.
Bye, honey.
Put your sweater on.
I'll be out in a minute.
After I was here last night and saw how nervous you were, I stopped by the police station to make sure that they have more protection for you out front.
You what? How dare you, Rod? You see that I have surveillance out there, don't you?
Yeah, I know. But since I heard about this cop who was working for Stenbeck, I just wanted to make sure these guys were legit.
Don't play the hero with me, okay? You want to check something out on this cabin, you check the plumbing for Betsy or something like that, but you have no responsibility and no obligation to my protection. Do you understand?
Betsy cares more about your condition than the condition of this cabin.
Look what you've done, Rod. Don't you understand? The police are going to be around Fashions all day today asking questions because you probably stirred so much stuff up. God. I don't want you around here. Do you understand? Read my lips. I don't want you around here. You make my skin crawl, Rod. I want you out of here by the time I'm dressed.
Betsy? Yeah. Hi. I'm glad I caught you before you left for work. I'm at the cabin right now. I'm a little worried about your sister. I'm pretty sure that Stenbeck's been in touch with her, and she just doesn't know how to handle it. Yeah, sure. I'll talk to Margot as soon as I can. Me? Why? Well, yeah. There is something else. It's Lily.
Hi.
Hi.
I went to all the same places, not a trace.
Yeah, I really thought we would have heard from her by now.
What about Grace? Did Grace call?
No. What about your family? Have you told them?
No, I haven't. I don't want to scare them, you know. Mama's still recuperating.
Yeah.
Did you talk to your mother this morning?
No.
Well, maybe she's back there. Maybe she went back there this morning.
No, come on. My mother would have called me if she'd heard anything or knew anything. Just as I'd call her. Wait a second.
Hi.
Hey, Dusty.
Holden, it's funny you're here, you know, because I was lying in my bed last night and I was thinking, why would Lily possibly run away? And I realized it had nothing to do with this argument with Lucinda. Now, did it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you do. You finally decided to tell Lily the truth.
No, I didn't.
Holden, you know you did.
No, you're
that's
wrong.
The only thing that would drive her away.
Listen, as a matter of fact, I was on my way over here to tell her. But I didn't get the chance to.
Beautiful day, isn't it? Especially after all that fog.
Yes, it is. Seth will be so pleased. He has much to do before the ground freezes.
You're becoming something of a farm hand yourself these days.
I do what I can. It's a way to be with Seth and help him at the same time. And I rather enjoy it. I'm going up there again today.
I take it you and Franny talked last night.
Yes, we're making an effort. But we didn't make much progress.
Well, I'm glad you're trying, Sabrina. Now that your mural is finished, will you be looking around for another project?
I had a letter from a man in Chicago, a friend of Colin's. He wants to see some of my work, so I'm putting together a portfolio. I have a chance at a one-woman show.
Oh, my dear, well, that will really keep you busy, won't it?
Yes, it won't leave me much time for Seth, though.
Do you both plan your time with the other one in mind?
Yes. Yes, we do, somewhat. But he has too many uncertainties in his life to make any definite plans right now. Good morning. Good morning, Franny.
Well, Franny, dear, you look very purposeful. What's on your schedule today?
Well, the director of the Boston Clinic is in town. I'm having breakfast with him, and then I have classes, and I have a meeting with Dr. Michaels about the hotline.
And then you collapse. I'd say your dance card was very full.
Yep. Life goes on. Gotta go. I'm late.
Have a good day. I swore I would never use that phrase again.
One always knows you mean it, Grandmother. Franny's right. Life does go on. I must get to my portfolio.
Tom, I'm so glad you called the airport first. So you didn't have to wait hours all the way over there.
Hi, you got the key?
It's too bad that you and Margot's flight didn't have to wait on end at the runway.
Well, we had a good time. We were closer than we've been for a long time, as a matter of fact.
Casey, don't you have a key?
I haven't used it for a while, remember? Where's yours?
Well, I did. Oh, I left it at the Bonsoir.
Great. Mine's at the dorm.
Hey, I'll ring the doorbell.
Well, wait. Margot had the late shift. She's probably asleep.
Okay, Hughes. You give me a boost on the roof, I think I can jimmy the bedroom window.
Wait a minute. Are you asking the DA to aid and abet in an unlawful entry?
Yep.
You are.
Hi. Margot, your mother's home.
Hi, Mama. I'm so glad you're home so early.
What the hell? Where's the alarm? I set the alarm. Where's the alarm?
Off. I thought you needed your sleep.
I'm not sleep. I have appointments. I've got to take a shower.
Well, when you get out, I'll have a glorious breakfast waiting for you. The servants...
No servants. You've got to remember, we must maintain
Mommy's
secrecy at
servants
all times.
have learned to be very discreet. Besides, they won't see you when you're in the shower.
talk in here. I don't want Paul to hear us if he wakes up. Paul's still asleep? Yes. I finally persuaded him last night to stay home from school. Now tell me, what's this about Rod Landry? Look, Rod came by to see me last night. He said I seemed tense, so he went to the police. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be suspicious or anything, but if they do, they're going to be kicking around, asking a lot of questions, and I wanted to warn you, all right? Oh, God, I would feel so much better if I knew what James had in mind.
Yeah, so would I. So would I. I don't even know what to tell Paul. I don't want to terrify him, but I have to somehow keep him by my side all day long. Emily, he likes you. Can you think of something to tell him?
I don't know. How about if I just keep it simple? If I just say that you would feel more secure with him by your side, and I think that you're making too big a deal out of it.
Fine, that's fine. Anything that doesn't terrify him. Please, would you go wake him up for me?
Give it a try.
Just tell him we want to get going. We want to take him with us to Fashions. Okay, I'll finish getting ready. I'll be done in just a second. Oh, boy.
Paul! Paul? Barbara! He's gone.
So there's still no word from Lily, huh? No one's heard.
Paul, what are you doing here?
Now, the reason Paul is here is because I saw him walking around by the Hughes house, and I wanted to bring him over here so he could tell John what he knows about Andy.
What about him?
Tell him. Come on.
Well, he's been acting kind of weird to me, and I don't think he thinks very much about anybody except for Kathy these days, and I know that he's very upset about her possibly moving away. I like to cheer him up because I think what Kathy almost did to herself is affecting Andy a lot more than he's been letting on.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. But I'll tell you something. Andrew isn't even accepting my invitations to come to dinner here anymore. Now, you and I, we've never really gotten along, Paul, and it has to do with your father, and I'm sorry about that because it's nothing personal, but I think that you and I are the last people on earth who could do anything to help out Andrew.
Okay, all right. Could you just excuse us for a second, please?
Yeah.
1 second. Listen to me. I want to tell you something. You're not having very much luck with Andy and dinner invitations, right? You're very upset about it, but maybe that's because Andy comes over here and he feels very uncomfortable just at the dinner table alone with you and Lucinda. But if he could have a friend with him, maybe it would be much better. Now, Paul here cares for Andy just as much as you do. Invite Paul over. You'll be helping each other. That's what I say.
Great, she's fine.
Paul? Come on. Okay, what do you got in mind?
Well, I was hoping that maybe you would have something.
I have an idea, okay? I've got an idea. I'll leave the hospital early. If I can, I'll pick you and Andy up from school. We'll come over here, play some tennis, saddle up some horses, go up to the ridge, okay? Big Max could use a ride.
All right.
All right?
Sounds good.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light next on most of these CBS stations. Jewelry by Monet. This is Dan Regent, inviting you to join us again Monday